Is it Mary Magdalene they have on their dashboard? I don't see why you couldn't have your faction leader on your dashboard. It's just the 33rd century equivalent, surely.
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay. So a progress update on the convoy. I've managed to beat the Viper. I'm only down to 92%, so that's quite cool. However, I am out of fuel, and I need help.
Did you say you are out of fuel, Fozza?
I am out of fuel, and I need help. So if someone would like to come and rescue me,
Whoop, whoop.
I am. Where am I?
What you
Oh,
need to
I'm in a
do,
really.
you need to send a message in game to Commander. What was his name now? Hold on. It was began with a P. Freedom. Phreedom. If you send him a message, he will come and sort you out, sir. He'll probably on his way.
Right, okay. It'll probably help him to know where I am. I'm in COL 285 Sector, PV-YA16-1.
You will need
So
to
all
send
pirates in game, please make a note of that location. We have Commander Fozza without any fuel, unable to escape in what was
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Calls 285 Sector PV something or other.
If you could send him, if you send Freedom a wing request, obviously what you would normally do is go onto the Fuel Rats website, put in your distress call, and then you log out of the game while giving them a chance to sort of get in touch with you. But if you send Commander Freedom a sort of friend request, then and then wing up with him, he'll be able to find you a lot easier and be able to fuel you up. He is kitted out, he is a fuel rat, and he is willing to come and help you.
Oh, look at that. He's already sent me a friend request. Freedom, thank you very much indeed. Awesome.
That's how they roll. That's why they are so bloody awesome.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to sit here and wait to be rescued. What else have we got left? Okay, so obviously the confirmation of the bobbleheads. We've also been told that the 1.5 update, what we were calling ships, I believe, is going to be out at the same time as the Horizons update, so around about the holiday time. What do you guys think about that? Because I always thought that 1.5 would be out before Horizons, as opposed to sort of being bundled in at the same time. It seems to me that it's going to get lost in the big update, as opposed to actually being an update of its own.
I think I was of the exact same impression that it was going to be a sort of in-betweeny, but
Yeah.
I suppose it's not, if it's not bringing any sort of complex gameplay to the game, just more ships, then I don't see there being an issue with it being bundled with an update at all. It would just be, even more awesome.
Yeah, and I suppose it also gives something to those people that haven't decided to upgrade and go to Horizons straight away. It means that there is other things over Christmas that they can get stuck into in the basic simulation and the basic game.
Well, I also was under the impression that 1.4 might have been taking a little while longer than they originally planned. So they might have had to shift 1.5 back to the Horizons release date.
That's interesting. Have you heard that from anywhere else?
No. I think it's just a feeling that I got, the fact that they were saying, 1.4 will be coming quite quickly, a few months after the Xbox, and then the Xbox version, they said, it'll be a couple of weeks afterwards, and then lo and behold, it seems to be at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's just based on that kind of delay. Normally, when you're stuck in software development, like I think the majority of the elite community must be, they sort of recognize that, hang on, that sounds like there might be a delay going on there. But to be honest, as long as we get the content in the end, I think this community's shown that they're not really that bothered about the timescales.
No, I think that's probably true. What was that?
That was my wife saying that I am too loud for her hobby city.
Okay.
Does she not know to throw mugs?
Cool. Okay, well, I think that pretty much does it for the development news, in case we've missed anything. Guys, have we missed anything that you can see? No, excellent.
No.
Okay, well, Ben, why don't you tell us? Because I was under the impression that you were just going to go to EGX for one day, but it seems like you seem to spend the entire weekend there.
I've basically lived there for the past 4 days. Yeah, well, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's it. Yeah, I was kind of there all the time. After, especially Saturday and Sunday, it was awesome. I mean, not just the elite community is awesome, but all the gamers that I bumped into are so awesome. Such nice people, just so nice to talk to. I'm sounding a bit like Grant here, aren't I?
Yeah, you're
That's
gushing a
not
bit.
necessarily a bad thing.
Sorry. Yeah, I am not a FPS player on consoles. I have always sucked at it. I just can't get my head around the controls. And I was playing Battlefront, which looks absolutely beautiful, by the way. And I was playing Battlefront with these guys who I've been waiting in the queue with for about 40 minutes. And I was like, I'm really sorry. I'm probably going to get you all killed. I will suck at this. And they were totally okay with me being on their team. And it's like, it's all good. It's all for fun. And they were just such nice people. That was awesome. Also, which was really, really nice, was how much interest there was in Elite Dangerous. Like, I was just walking around the queue. Like, I was just waiting in the queue for Prisoner. Oh shit! I'm just sorry. Language. Just crashed into a sun there. Thank you.
You can't swear and then swear again.
Grab me some fuel whilst you're there, will you?
It's a little red dwarf. That's why I crashed into it.
Well, I have to say, Commander Freedom, all credit to Fuel Rats. They are only 3 jumps away, probably less than 3 jumps away to me now. So that's one hell of a service we've got going on here. So Battlefield, obviously that's one game that I would be looking at getting on the PlayStation 4. Awesome game?
Awesome game. I played using, I think it was on a PS4. My wing is now laughing at me. So yeah, I was playing using the PS4. I would play it using like keyboard and mouse on the PC rather than on a console, but that's because I don't like FPSs on the consoles. I'm now getting interdicted.
Come on, if you can't multitask, you can't come on the show.
I'm a man, I can't multitask. It looks absolutely beautiful. The gameplay was a lot of fun. The mission that I did, we were basically being attacked by... we were a rebel that had basically jumped out of our ship onto Tatooine. And we were basically having to defend our position, waiting for a pickup.
And what the graphics like? You know, how did it play?
It looked like I was watching a movie, if not better.
Really? That's quite
the
impressive.
graphics were awesome.
And the frame rate and stuff on the actual console?
On the PS4, it was fine. Yeah, it was fine.
And what sort of? I mean, were the vehicles involved as well, or were you literally just sort of?
I was completely on foot.
But there weren't any other vehicles that you could have commandeered or anything like that?
Not in my map. There was a 20-player versus 20-player map as well, which I could have gone and done, but that had another 4-hour queue, and there was no way I was going to do that for a game I didn't really want to... It wasn't a game I was wanting to wait 20 minutes to play.
Yeah. Okay, and didn't you say you also saw quite a cool indie game that you thought Jarvis might be into?
I did. I've got the card here, actually. It was a game called Master Plan. I've managed to lose my wing now. Sorry, guys. I don't know where you are. It's a game called Master Plan, which looks like basically you're a bunch of criminals and you can arrange your heists however you want to do it. And it supposedly gives you complete freedom as to what you're doing. And that sounded very much like a game that Jarvis would really enjoy.
It looks like it looks a bit like Door Kickers, which I was having a lot of fun with, which is obviously a sort of hybrid real-time turn-based sort of top-down planning type thing where you sort of pull your characters around with lines with orders on, and it sort of reminded me of door kickers, but with a few more options. Because I mean, really, door kickers is just really just go in and clear the place and kill everybody. Whereas this one, it looks like it's got a few more options of what to do, with your characters, and it does look really good fun.
Yeah, the other big thing that I saw was a game which I really, really enjoy playing called Prison Architect. And
I saw some of these photos. They'd basically mocked up an entire sort of like cell block, hadn't they?
In Prison Architect, yes.
Yeah, and you'd gone down and you had to go and sit in the cells in order to actually play and demo the game. Is that right?
Yeah, that was so good. They went off, and they had he was actually a really nice guy, even though he looked completely evil. Dressed up as a prison guard. He was a lovely guy, but just like you managed, possibly even a professional actor. I have no idea. And Noskar, I know I can look at the map, but I'm trying to do other things as well at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sort of really interested in Prison Architect. I've been a huge fan of Introversion software for years.
Yeah.
I was one of the, sort of early, before any of the kind of Kickstarter thing, these guys funded the development of Uplink through pre-orders. And I've been with them since the kind of Uplink pre-order days. And funnily enough, talking about Uplink, because I was talking about it on the show the other week about how to take the case apart, and there was like hidden secrets inside the case. Someone sent me a photo on Facebook and said, do you know, I've had this game for over 10 years and I've never looked inside the case. And because you mentioned it on the podcast, I've now taken it apart and had a look. And he'd sent me this photo. It's a little like book full of secrets.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was. But it's not just inside. You actually have to take the CD jewel case. You have to take it to pieces.
Yeah. Wow.
In order to get to it, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I've always loved Introversion stuff. They did Uplink, they did Darwinia, which was great. Mm-hmm. They did DEF CON, which was depressing, and occasionally it's a little bit hard to get into, and I'd argue quite unbalanced in terms of the 6 sides aren't. Is it 6 sides or 4 sides? I can't remember. They're not very equal. I think if you've played a lot of matches on it, but I'm always interested in what they're doing, and I've been a bit worried that Prison Architect was had become something of a joke, because ever since I've been back into PC gaming and had Steam, Prison Architect's been on early access and seems to have been on permanent sale. Even that, I'm amused that it's the game that I've seen on sale the most, considering it isn't even out yet. And when I got the email from Introversion saying Prison Architect will be out in October, there was a part of me that was thinking, is that game still not out? But it does sound like in kind of almost Frontier fashion that they've been saving a lot of features. Yeah. They've been holding a lot of features back for the big release. And I think actually, now the game is actually finished, it might be time for me to, if not get it, then at least put it on my Skype wish list.
Mm-hmm. And I was lucky that I actually got a chance to speak with Mark Morris from Introversion.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
And that was so awesome, just having a chance to talk with him. And the stuff that they're doing for version 1 sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. I can't wait to escape from one of my own prisons, for example. I love capturing prisoners escaping, and the option to do that, escape myself, would just be awesome.
Okay, so quick update. I've never done this whole fuel wrap thing before, so Freedom is in the system now. I've dropped out of Super Cruise and I'm just sort of hanging around in space. What happens next?
Well, he will find you by your nav lock. So if you engage your wing beacon, it will help him get to you. Well, I don't
okay, how do I do that?
Go to your communications menu and go up to your wing options, because it should be beneath your wing. There'll be a little options menu.
Nope.
Yeah, click on 2, then go to the next tab along, and then under your 2 wing members, you'll have an options.
Oh yeah, options. Yeah, done that. Done that now. Okay.
He'll then nav lock onto you, find your location, drop out beside you, and he will fire fuel at you.
Seriously? Why do I feel this could be a big hoax and I'm about to get my ass handed to me?
No, not at all. It's a really sort of. If you go to your external view, you can watch the limpets coming in and sending little bubbles of fuel across to your cargo hatch.
Get the heck out of here, really? Okay, let's do that. Where's my external view camera button? Okay. Right. So it's just limpets that attach somewhere on my ship and pass me fuel.
Yeah, essentially they just come to your cargo hatch, and then there's a sort of animation to suggest something being transferred between you.
Okay. Well,
You should get 1 ton of fuel per limpet, I think.
Yeah, it'll deliver a ton. Yeah, and it'll just fill you up until you've got enough to get you going.
Okay,
And then
well, I
he'll
think
shoot you.
Freedom might have actually got sick of me being such a noob at this and not putting my nav beacon out, and doesn't seem to have hung around.
Have you been abandoned?
Possibly.
And Mindwipe is saying, don't wait.
Don't wait.
Yeah, sorry, no, don't move. It's quite the opposite. I gave that advice very badly. Sorry.
Oh dear.
It might just be a case of he may have been interdicted, so that would certainly cause him problems. But if you just, sit patiently, he'll be with you.
Okay, I shall.
In this life or the next?
I seem
How's
to be.
everybody else? I was going to say, how's everybody else doing on the convoy?
I'm really struggling with this convoy. I seem to be in a wing with an invisible psycho cow. He was in my wing for a bit, and now he's disappeared. And I'm also in with Simon Winard and someone called
THO3B.
Yeah, but I've discovered that since taking off from Compton, I'm in a wing with people that have an over 13 light year jump range, and mine's about 11.7. So
Right,
I'm
so
not
that's
even sure I'm going to
behind.
be able to take the same route as these guys. So yeah, I'm kind of, and I'm still, what am I? I'm still 42 jumps from Sothis, and I am losing the will to live.
It's a tough. I mean, we're 32 jumps out. It is a long run, and it requires, unfortunately, it does require attention, which is something that you can't always give when you're doing jumps like this. You get a bit tired, a bit. You take that little sort of that long blink that happens, and sometimes when you're in Super Cruise, and then the next thing you know, your cargo hatch is melted and you're leaking gold into the atmosphere. Now I know, Fozza, ahead of you on your route, you were just behind Mindwipe and Commander Bapsta, and I forget who else was on their wing, so they were just ahead of you. But I note that they didn't come back to give you any fuel. No, they were off like a shot.
I don't blame them, to be fair. Right, Freedom has arrived. He's sitting in front of me. What's the screenshot button key? Is it F10?
F10, yeah.
F10, yeah.
F10. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Something's coming. Oh, that's quite cool.
Only Elite